Shalom, shalom from this incredible, remarkable city called Jerusalem. A few days ago, the day that we went to the Mount of Olives and viewed the Temple Mount in the Old City for the very first time, I read for our group the passage from Psalm 122. It goes like this: I rejoice with those who said to me, "Let us go to the house of the Lord." Our feet are standing in your gates, Jerusalem. Jerusalem is built like a city that is closely compacted together. Literally in Hebrew, that means united together. That is where the tribes go up, the tribes of the Lord, to praise the name of the Lord, according to the statute given to Israel. Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. May those who love you be secure, and may there be peace within your walls and security within your citadels. There's so much to see here in Jerusalem as we take a look at all the archaeological excavations that have taken place over much more than even 100 years, as we take a look at all the historical records about this city, as we open our Bibles and read stories like about David and Hezekiah, and of course the life and ministry of Jesus. There's something special about this city. As we stand at the Western Wall and see the most holy place for Jews today, or as we stand on the Mount of Olives and retrace the footsteps of Jesus as he would have been proclaimed king in Luke 19, as he rode down on a donkey down this western slopes of the Mount of Olives. Or when we talk about Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane, and we think about his Passion Week that led up to this time of being betrayed by Judas, handed over to Caiaphas the high priest, being sentenced by Pilate, and then of course being crucified on a cross, and then placed in a tomb. We encounter so much of the Bible here in this wonderful city of Jerusalem. We literally can walk from one edge of the city to another. We walk through the old city and we connect with the Bible stories that we know of and have read all of our lives. One of the most special and most meaningful experiences that we do as a group here in Jerusalem is to visit the Garden Tomb. Now, the Garden Tomb is one of two suggested places for the crucifixion and burial site of Jesus. Now, while we worship the person and, of course, not the place, we're really not too concerned about specifically seeing the tomb where Jesus was laid. But here at the Garden Tomb, we pause to reflect upon Jesus' ultimate sacrifice for us. We pause to reflect. We pause to sing songs. We share in the Lord's table together. It's a really meaningful experience and encounter for those who join us on every Israel trip that we lead. It's a time when we remember that God fulfilled his ultimate redemptive plan by sending his Son, who came to serve, who came to proclaim the kingdom message, but he also came to die for us as our sacrificial lamb. But he rose again, as the Apostle Paul tells us, to give us hope and the promise of everlasting life. So as you read your Bible yourself, or in your church setting, or in a Bible study, as you come across this city of Jerusalem mentioned both in the Old Testament and New Testament so many times, remember to pray for the peace of Jerusalem. Remember to thank God that this is the place where God fulfilled his redemptive plan for you and for me. Praise be to God for the redemption that we find in Jesus as he gave his life here in Jerusalem for us. Shalom, shalom from Jerusalem.